प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः।
ओम प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः. We are studying Srimad Bhagavad Gita with Shankar's commentary, and in the 10th chapter we read up to Shloka 30. The context is that Arjuna has asked that though I understand and accept whatever you have been telling me, same has been told by Asita, Devala, Vyas and Maharshi Narad. And same thing you are telling me. I accept everything, that your origination and your influence, nobody can understand or know. You are the beginning of the creation. You are the beginning of the gods. And so you only know what you are. But my mind many times or sometimes goes outside. I cannot stop it. That is the habit of the mind. And yet I do not want to miss you even for a moment. In such conditions, please tell me with what special manifestations you are pervading the whole world, so that I can think of you even if my mind goes outside and thinks of the outside objects. Please tell me your divine manifestations in full details. To which Bhagavan said, okay, I shall tell you, you are dear to me, but I cannot tell you in whole details. It will take hundreds of years to finish it. There is no end to that. So I will tell you the chief ones through which you can think of God, think of me. And he started in Shloka 20 by telling, first of all, you must know that I am the being of everybody residing in their hearts. That is the main thing. But if your mind goes outside, you can also think of me in various situations. So in that way, he has been telling his various special manifestations and up to Shloka 30 we read them. Now, one or two special among them which we remarked is that the Rudranam Shankaracharya, Adityanam Aham Vishnu, these we were specially thinking. Adityanam Aham Vishnu, here the meaning of Vishnu is not at all the all-pervading Lord which we know. Here Vishnu is one of the names of the 12 Adityas. One of the Adityas, 12 Adityas, a group of gods, and Vishnu, name among them. And Rudranam Shankaracharya, Shankar is what we know, one of the Trinities. But here, not that he is belittling that Shankar by telling he is my special manifestation, but he is telling in the context, if you want to think of the Rudras, think of Shankar. So the context here is not that the great Shiva Mahadeva is one of my special manifestations, but if your mind wants to think of Rudras, you can think of Shankar. In the same way, we are getting one more today. That is why I read this. So we read now 31st. Pavanah Pavatam Asmi Rama Shastra Bhrutamam Jashanam makaraschasmi srotasam annijannavi pavatam. Those who purify places or persons or whatever you may think. I am the wind. So you must think of this. Wind blows away all the impurities. So wind is the purifier. Wind is the great purifier because it blows away all the impurities. So if you want to think of who is the purifier, you can think of wind. Now, among those who hold weapons, I am Rama. So here that problem comes. We know Rama is an incarnation. So is Krishna telling him just as one of his vibhutis? No. Just as we thought of Shankar, if you want to think of the people who hold weapons, you think of the great Rama. So it is not belittling Rama, telling that he is the greatest among those who hold weapons. Does not mean he is not great in other things. But because of the context, if you want to know, if you want to think of people who hold weapons, why not think of Rama? In our current literature, we can easily give an example. In the great master, Sharad Maharaj is telling Sardan Swamiji, Thakur held Narendranath to be the greatest among those who worship Nirakar God. Immediately next line he says, that does not mean he was great only among the worshippers of Nirakar God. Thakur took him to be the greatest of all devotees. So in the context of Nirakar worshippers, Thakur is taking, Sharad Maharaj is taking Naren as the best example to discuss. So it is a question of context. So here the context is those who hold weapons. Now you can think of Rama in this way. Those who know the Ramayana story know he learned all his vidyas in the beginning from his guru Vasishtha. And it included, because he was the king's son, so it included archery and art of war, everything. But Vishwamitra was performing a yajna. And the rule is that once you have taken the diksha for yajna, you cannot show your powers. That will kill your yajna. Now, there were two Rakshasas, Subahu and Maricha, and there are thousands of followers. Now, the Asuras never like anything good done by anybody. Devatas generally never go and attack the Asuras. But the Asuras have a habit to disturb the Devatas, disturb any holy thing being done for the sake of Devatas. And so the moment Vishwamitra could start a havan, they used to throw dirty things, blood, bones, or anything in that hour to destroy it. Now Vishwamitra could have theoretically killed them by his own powers. But then Yajna would have spoiled. Once you have taken Yajna Diksha, you cannot use your powers for killing anybody. So he was a great person. And he was a Trikalani was a rishi. Rama was a mere boy at that time. But Vishwamitra came to Dasharatha and asked him, Dasharatha out of respect said, whatever you want, I will give you. Please ask. He said, I don't want money and all that. I want your son Rama for a few days. Dasharatha was terrified. I cannot part from my small boy. He said, I will kill you. I will destroy all your Ayodhya. Then Guru Vasishtha intervened and told Dasharatha, don't say no to him. Don't anger him. If you give Rama to him, it will be beneficial to Rama himself and to you. Because Dasharatha told that because he cannot use his power, so he is taking Rama. And he knows the potentialities of Rama. And he knows so many astras that Rama will benefit you, give him. And so Dasharatha agreed on one condition. Condition means he asked for Rama, Dasharatha sent Rama and Lakshmana also. Now, on the way, Vishwamitra taught him any number of divine weapons. On the way, any number of divine weapons. Divine weapons means they all depend upon only mantra and concentration. Same arrow is used, but we have to think of that mantra, and he gave him so many powers, rarely available to human beings. And he killed Tadaka on the way, then that Marich and Subahu coming, he hit one arrow to Maricha that he was thrown hundreds of miles away by that one shot of arrow. And by other arrow he killed Subahu and all his forces. So, point number 2. He learned weapons from Vashishta. Vishwamitra gave him several weapons, divine weapons, and then in between Agastya came. Agastya was a very, very powerful rishi, and Agastya taught him Brahmastra, by which he was able to kill Ravana. Now, killing Ravana, there are imaginary stories in Kritivasi, in Kamba Ramayana, in Tulsi Ramayana, but the Valmiki Ramayana only tells about Agastya taught him Brahmastra, and even during war, Agastya went to Rama and said, now it is the time to use that Brahmastra. So, we understand that those who hold weapons, whom shall we hold great? So he is showing that part of Rama. Rama was a just king, Rama was this, Rama was that. Krishna is not denying that. So in the context of, because Arjuna himself is a warrior, anyway, you want to have some funny Puranic stories. Now Maruti, Hanuman, is immortal. So Maruti was sitting near the bridge built by Rama to go to Lanka. Near that he was sitting and meditating. Now Arjuna went there and said, what is this? Why a stone bridge is made here? I heard that Rama was a great archer. Then why he could not make a bridge of arrows? Why required stones? Hanuman said, you are seeing me, but more giant than me were monkeys. And if one monkey jumps on your bridge made of arrows, it will be blown away. Arjun did not believe. So Arjun, you make it. So Arjun made one bridge of arrows parallel to that old bridge. And Hanuman just jumped on it and it was blown away, the whole bridge. So Arjun had to accept that Rama was a great archer, but because of the monkey's weights, he did not make that. He required stones. So these are the stories. So, Shastra Bhrutam Aham Rama. Now another point in this story is, before this Rama was born, Dasharatha's son, the name Rama existed. And we have, what was that? Kartavirya Rama. There was Parashurama. Now his name also was Rama only. But because his speciality was that X, Parashu. So he became called Parashurama. So which Rama he means? is another doubt in our mind, because here he tells only Rama. So, our only way to understand all scriptures is through Shankar Bhashya. So, Shankar makes it very clear, Dasharati Rama. Now, Parshurama might have been great warrior. He was a great weapon holder also. He taught great people like Bhishma and so many people. And yet, Rama is held greater than him in weaponry. Again, we have to tell two stories. When Rama broke Shiva's bow, kept in Janaka's house, then Sita was married to him because that was Janaka's friend. Now that arrow, that bow, was very dear to Parshurama. And there is another story coupled with that. Parshurama we take as an incarnation of God. And Parshurama was told that only next incarnation can break that Shiva Dhanush. But you can confirm whether he is the next incarnation or not. He had a Vishnu Dhanusha with him, Parshurama. Both were made together by Vishwakarma. And one was given to Shiva and one was given to Vishnu. And that Shiva Dhanusha had by tradition come to Janaka, and Vishnu Dhanusha by tradition had gone to Parshurama. Parshurama's father, he went like that, it had gone to Parshurama. So Parshurama told, either you are an incarnation or I don't know, devil. So if you take my bow and if you put rope on that bow, then I will accept you. So Rama did. He took that bow and easily mended it, easily put the rope on that and attached the arrow. And then said, no arrow stretched by Rama can be wasted. That was a definite thing. So tell me, where I have to hit it? Two choices he gave to you. Parshurama had a speed of wind. He could go anywhere very quickly. And he had donated the whole earth to his Guru Kashyap. Whole earth means India. So he had to stay outside India now. He has given him to. Now he reclaimed land from the ocean. You know that? The whole Kerala, the shore side of Karnataka, right up to Bombay, that land is reclaimed by Parshurama from the ocean. You know where is Parshurama temple? In Maharashtra, in the Ratnagiri district. Now districts have been broken. I don't know whether what district has become. There is a place, town called Parshurama. Anyway, so Parshurama was staying there. And he said, I promised Kashyap I will not stay on your earth. So please don't destroy that. But I have earned so many punya lokas by my tapasya. You can kill, you can destroy it. Because I am no more required as incarnation now, I will continue my tapasya. I will earn them again. And so he showed a direction, you hit in that direction, and Rama sent the arrow there. That is the full story. Now, Tulsi Ramayana and our traditional 108 chants on the Ramayana, they glorify Lakshman and Parshuram Samvad. Of course, in that 108 it is not there. So, in Valmiki Ramayana, there is no such mention. Parshuram asked, who broke that. Rama said, I had done it. Then you take my bow. He took it. That much. And not there. In Tulsi Ramayana, we read, in the Swayamvar Sabha he went. Anyway, so some more stories we should know, basing upon this Vibhuti Yoga. There has been no Swayamvar. Sita Swayamvar was never performed. Janaka had vowed that he would marry Sita to a person who can put a rope on that. And this was known throughout the world. And so many people had come and tried that. And nobody had said. There was no one sabha in which people are trying it. There never was any sabha. And Vishwamitra knew those things. And Janaka was performing a special yajna. So after Vishwamitra's yajna was over successfully with the help of Rama, Vishwamitra knew future. So he said, come with me to Janaka. He's performing a yajna. You can visit that. And also, he has a special bow. You can have a look at it. And that way Rama was taken there. And Janaka ordered, when Vishwamitra told Janaka like that, then Janaka ordered, bring that to show to these people. And it is such heavy that it required many horses and many people to bring it there. But Rama just lifted it. So that is the story. When they were coming back, on the road they met Parshurama. On the return journey, Parshurama had come. And Dashratha was terribly afraid seeing Parshurama in an angry mood. But Rama said, Father, don't worry, I will manage it. He is coming because he is angry on me, not on you. And then this happened. So this is the simple story. So there was neither Lakshman Parshuram Samvad, nor did it happen in Janaka's Sabha, nor was there any Swayamvar Sabha. Now, why he had kept that pran? Sita in her childhood had lifted that bow out of play. Girls were playing and their ball went below that chariot or box or somewhere it was kept below that. So she was not getting it. She just lifted the bow and took it up. And so Janaka had made that great thing. So the only meaning is that there is some divine element, that is why they could lift it, not by physical power. See, Sita could do it. Sita is divine origin, everybody knows. Sita is not Janaka's daughter at all. Janaka was plowing the land for doing some yajna. And while he dug some land, he found a newborn girl child lying in that pit. And he lifted it, gave it to his wife too. That was Sita. Sita means a bored or dug land. That is the meaning of the word Sita. So that is why this story. Anyway, so Shastra Bhrutam Aham Ramaha. Jashanam Makarashchasmi. Now Jasha means water animals. The literal meaning of the word Jasha is water animals. And Makara is crocodile. In Bengali, what it is called?
Magarmach.
Huh?
Magarmach.
In Bengali, Magar is there.
Magarmach.
Magarmach is word is in Bengali.
No, it's a Hindi.
I am asking Bengali.
না মকরের নাম কি মকরই রেখেছে
Makar, yes, Makar Sankranti.
না মকর আচ্ছা
Makar Sankranti is all right. That figure is like that fish. Star figure. I was explaining the nakshatra.
মা গঙ্গা যেটাতে আসছেন ওটা মকর তো মা গঙ্গা যে বাহন
না এই অ্যানিমালটাকে কি বলে বাংলায়? হিন্দিতে দুটো নাম আছে, মকর আছে, ঘড়িয়াল বলে। আর না আমি জিজ্ঞেস করছি, ইংরেজিতে একটা শার্ক ফিশ থাকে। ইট ইজ নট শার্ক ফিশ, ইট ইজ ক্রোকোডাইল।
Kumir, Kumir.
হ্যাঁ,
Correct.
কুমির, ইয়েস। মা পা রাখছিলেন আর সে কুমির দিয়েছে, কুমির। So বাংলায় কুমির। So that is Makar. Now here is Makar Sankranti. I told you about Rashis, a group of stars who show likeness to some known figure. So the figure of a crocodile appears as the group of stars there. So it is called Makara Rashi. All are named after animals only, Rashis. Mesha, Vrishabha.
Cotton, Tula.
Tula is balance.
Balance.
Yes. So shapes are there. Mostly animals.
Mostly animals.
Mesha, Vrishabha. Mithuna is a couple, husband and wife couple. Karka is kakra, etc. Anyway, so Makar originally means crocodile. I am mentioning because in Gambhiranji's book, shark is translated. But I looked into all dictionaries. Shark meaning in Hindi is given such fish that it has one horn here and like that, never as Makar or Gadia. And crocodile is translated as Makar or Gadia. Counter also. If you see Makar in Marathi or in Hindi, English meaning will get as crocodile. Anyway, so when we are taking God's vibhutis, let us be clear about it. Jashana Makar Shasmi, crocodile. Srotasam Asmi Jannavi. Here again, Puranic stories are coming. Call it Puranic, but mentioned in the Gita, so it is Vedic story. What is Jannavi?
Ganges.
Ganges. How the name Jannavi?
জন্মমূলের থেকে বেরিয়েছে
Jannu was a king, but he had given up his kingdom and he was doing tapasya in a kutia. And when the flow came, it washed out his kutia. So he drank the whole Ganga. That is the story. Then the Bhagirath's purpose is not served, again request. Then he let it through his ear. So he is Jannu's daughter. Ganga is called Jannavi, Jannu's daughter, because Jannu had drunk it and let it through his ear. So in that way, his daughter, born out of him. Srotasam means flowing water. Among the flowing waters is the Ganga. Now Ganga is so holy, we know holiest of the holy. But here he is mentioning wherever you see flowing water, you want to think of flowing water. But think of Ganga. Why think of anything else? So Shankar says, Pavano Vayuhu Pavatam Pavayitrunam. Among the purifiers, Asmi Rama Shastravrtamam Shastranam Dharayitrunam Dasharathi Rama Aham. Dasharatha's son Rama. Jashanam Matsyadinam, fishes, etc. Makaro Namajati Vishesha, a species of fishes is crocodile. Srotasam Sarvanti Namasmi Jannavi Ganga Sarganam Adirantasya Madhyam Chaivaham Arjuna Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam Vada Pravadatamaham. Sarganam. We know the creation moves in cycles. So, creation, Sarga means creation. But the meaning is creation, preservation, destruction. Then only we can use plurals. Sarganam. Among creations. What I am? I am the beginning, middle, and end. So, his Sarvapitva is coming here. If you want to think of creations, think that I am the beginning, middle, and end of creation. Not a particular person there. So, this is Vibhuti. Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. Vidya means knowledges, special knowledges. Now, Adhyatma Vidya means knowledge related to your own reality. Adi Atma Vidya. Now, in the Mundaka Upanishad, we are told Brahma Devanam Pratama Sambhuva Sa Jeshta Putraya Praha Brahma Vidyam Sarva Vidya Pratishtham. And there Shankara has explained in two different ways. Here also he has given a meaning. Now, if you concentrate only on the word knowledge, then knowledge means real knowledge. And real knowledge is your own reality knowledge. And basing upon that, all Vidya stand only with the basis of Adhyatma Vidya. You can think of this in the derivation. Suppose you know your own real nature. We call him Sarvajna. And we doubt. If he Sarvajna, did he know this, did he know that? Did our ancestors know that earth is round and not, and earth is, hundreds of questions come. Sardan Swamiji has explained in Great Master, Sarva means the world. If the rishis know world is unreal and God is real, then they know everything. What to know from the unreals more? But in addition to that, if they want to know any particular thing of this world, they can immediately know it because of their Adhyatma Vidya. Because they are stationed in the nature of God, nature of their own soul, nature of the world. So, if they put their mind in that direction, immediately that knowledge flashes to them. You want an example? Thakur bestowed all the powers to Narendra because he will require it. Now, in Harvard University, Swamiji gave the famous lecture on Vedanta. And the students and the professors were all charmed. But professors felt insulted. In the students' mind, Swamiji is standing higher than us, all of us together. So how to show that we have more knowledge than you? So one professor asked, do you know chemistry? Swamiji said, yes. Then give us a list of books on chemistry. And Swamiji reeled off names of authors on chemistry, which all of them together did not know. That is the story. So wanted, it came to him. Like that. So Brahma Vidya or Adhyatma Vidya is greater than all Vidyas. It is the base of all. You can know any Vidya if you want to. On the other side, what is the use of knowing unreal things? The real knowledge is Adhyatma Vidya. So, in both these ways, Adhyatma Vidya is the supreme among Vidyas. See how many fields he is telling. Arjun, if the mind goes, oh, knowledges are there, botany, zoology, how many shall I know? Who knew many knowledges? Narada, when he went to learn from Sanat Kumar, he said, please teach me. Sanat Kumar knew Narada is a veteran scholar. So please tell me what you know, then only whatever is less I will tell you. And Narada reeled off both gross, subtle, everything, Dhanur Vidya, Gandharva Vidya, mineralogy, astrology, whatnot. But I lack one Vidya. I do not know my real nature. And that is why I sorrow. Please take me out of my sorrow to tell me about what I am real. So that is the relation. And Sanat Kumar starts telling, Narada's idea is that I know so many knowledges, but I do not know this knowledge. And so I am not satisfied. Sanat Kumar, first of all, wants to change the direction of his mind. Says, Narada, whatever you know was only name. Name and form, name. Unreal knowledges you know, you do not know the real knowledge. And then he started turning his mind inside. So that is the, in between the line, that is the lesson everywhere. So understood by now, Adhyatma Vidya, why it is superior than all other knowledge. Is knowledge of the reality, not knowledge of unreal things. And basing upon that, you can know any knowledge of the unreal things if you need it. So, among Vidyas, I am Adhyatma Vidya. So, if Arjuna wants to think, I don't know this, I don't know that, how many knowledges are there, you need not know. You know Adhyatma Vidya. So, that is the Vibhuti, special manifestation. Vada pravadata maham. No, people talk, debate, discuss. In that, there are, somewhere it is mentioned. Yes, here itself we'll get it. Vada, Jalpa, Vitanda. What is Jalpa in Bengali? Nonsense talk. Talk without any proper subject with Jalpa. Gossip. And what is Vitanda? Using even false logic only to prove what I say is right. That is quarreling Vitanda. But what is Vada?
The debate. The debate.
Three are debates. Debate used to find out the real truth. That is only Vada. Vada is that type of mutual talk only to find out what is the real truth. That is called Vada. Otherwise, that would not come as a vibhuti. There is a line in Sanskrit. Vade vade jayate tattva bodha. By mutual discussion, you find the real knowledge.
Going Going away.
Vade vade jayate tattva bodha.
Oh, arises.
There is a reverse also. By the way people talk, somebody has said, Vade vade jayate kantrashosha. By vada only your throat will become dry, no conclusion would come. But vada is that talk which, you see, in English there is a word in philosophy, dialectics. That means I make a statement. You make a counter statement. I cannot just throw off your statement. I have to find a deeper statement which includes both my statement and your statement. That is called dialectics. So that is Vada. In Shankar we say that Nanu Khalu. It is not just discussion. Finds out the conclusion. So that is called Vada.
Conclusion.
Pravadatam. Pravadatam means those who debate. Those who mutually talk, my manifestation is in that talk which determines the nature of truth. There is great rahasya in every vibhuti. So Acharya says, Srishti Nam, plural, Adi Anta cha Madhyam Chaiva Aham, Utpatti Sthiti Laya Aham. So Adi Anta Madhyam means creation, preservation and destruction. That is me. Bhutanam, Jivadishtitanam, Eva, Adi Anta cha Ityadi Uktam Upakrame. Now, it strikes Shankar, it has not struck us. In the first shloka about Vibhuti Yoga, second line, see, he started on shloka 20, na?
20.
21st line was Ahamatma. Second line was Aham Adishya Madhyamcha Bhutanamanta Evacha. And now, Sarga Namadirantascha Madhyamcha. So, Shankar said that was about the beings. Now this is about the universe. World is created, na? Not only living beings. So it is about the whole world. That was about beings. Bhutanam Jiva Dikshitanam, that means living beings. Eva Adi Antacha Ityadi Uktam Upakrame, in the beginning, in the introduction. Yetu Sarvasya Eva Sargamatrasya Iti Vishesha. Here the totality of creation is told. That is the speciality. Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam Moksha Arthatvat Pradhanam. Here, simple statement. Adhyatma Vidya will give you moksha. Other Vidyas will not give you moksha. So it is the superior. Vada Artha Nirnaya Hetutvat. To find out the correct meaning. That is Vada. Pravadatam Pradhanam Ata Samasmi. Pravatru Dwarena Vadana Vedanam. Those who speak with each other, there are so many types of talk. Eva Vada Jalpa Vitandanam. These three types, Vada Jalpa and Vitandanam. Iya Granam Pravadatam iti. Pravadatam means those who talk. So Shankar says, those who talk here should mean those who talk different things. Those who talk Vada Jalpa Vitanda among them. Not among the speakers, but upon the types of speech. Aksharanam akarosmi dvanda samasikasya cha ahamevakshaya kalo dhata aham vishwato mukha. Now among letters or syllables, M-O. What is No has already come. One letter, word. Now here the word is not coming, letter, syllable. So, is the root word and is pervading all the language. So, the this samasa, in Bengali, it is used very, very frequently basing upon Sanskrit. In Sanskrit, two words are combined, that is called as samas. Sometimes 3, 4, 5 words are all combined. Now, why dvanda and what is dvanda? In samasa, prathama pradapradhan, second pradapradhan, anya padapradhan, but dvanda is ubhay padapradhan. So both are equal there. That is the speciality. No one-sidedness or indirectness. Among the two words, neither the first is main, nor the second is main, nor some other is main. Both are main. That is dvanda samasa. So among the combination of words, I am the dvanda. Akshaya, kala eva akshaya kala. Now kala has two different connotations in our mind. Particular kala, hour, day, these are all kala. But there is a continuous flow of kala, unmeasured goes on. So akshaya kala I am. Unending kala I am. Here among is not given, but we can understand among kalas I am the akshaya kala. Now everywhere among is not there. Special manifestation. Vishuddha mukha dhata aham. Dhata means a name of God. Karma phala vidhata. He ordains the fruits of action throughout the universe. I ordain the fruit of actions. So that is my special manifestation. Now here there will be a dispute with the Mimamsakas. The Mimamsakas are so much believing in Vedas that don't require a God at all. The Rishi has given this yajna, this mantra, this chanting. If you do it correctly, you will get your result. No need of God. But the question is asked that your yajna is over now, and how will you get the result after death? In a settled form, and it comes to you when you die. Then Vedantis will say, why imagine so many things? Why not imagine at all? God is permanent. And He knows what you have done, so He will give you wish, not karma. In the worldly example, a gardener works in the garden and he gets his payment. No, unless there is an owner, you cannot get the payment, you go on working. Owner gives you the payment. So, in the Mahimna Stotra and everywhere, that the work is over, who remembers as witness? So like that, God is permanent.